Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Call Elohim La, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, double honors to Apostle Elders Great Millstone, teach well, rule well, was a sincere Shalom to hopeful legs, better call. It's gonna be a quick in transit. Jake is getting off the plantation early, and just something I was meditating on. I got the time right now, so a little when I wanted to share this. It's a simple fact that I was meditating on. I was reading the book of Judges, and I was just looking at. And you read the scriptures, you just look at the wickedness of our people, okay, and just looking at how we always fall and go off. Follow the Lord for a short, brief period of time, and then turn right to sin, turn right to idols, and you're completely forsaking the Lord, and you look at the same thing today. Here it is, the Lord, Yahweh Shemiel Shai, he's got the prophets out here. He's returned our heritage to us, and the Lord's calling out, allowing us to come home, so to speak. And you got a lot of our people who reject the word still, and I'm just like, it's frustrating as hell, but understanding all these things have to be, there's all prophecy, there's all things the Lord's playing out. But nevertheless, I was meditating on it after reading those about people worshiping idols and stuff. I really came to the conclusion, which has always been the Lord's point telling us this. It's a simple fact. I'm probably going to entitle this something along the lines of focus on the Lord, man. Because if you just put the ways of Yahweh Shemiel Shai first, if you put Yahweh Shemiel Shai first in your life and make him your main focus, then you everything else will be taken care of for it, man. Which is why Isaiah 33:6 tell you, wisdom and knowledge shall be a stability at times, and strength and salvation and fear of the Lord is his treasures. Because with these things happening in the earth, we know plagues are going to increase only even more. Things like power grids are going to continue to go out, whether it's natural, the Lord's doing it. Ultimately, how about Shemiel Shai is doing all of it. But nevertheless, whether it's just the Lord doing it directly or going using the left hand, okay? Because ultimately, that's actually part of the Lord having Esau in a trick bag, is by having the Lord, how about Shemiel Shai, having Esau issue out the plagues, because then it makes Esau even prouder and making himself think he's in control, and really it's the Lord just using them. But that's a whole other topic. The main point is less I want to push is the fact that putting the Lord first, because as long as we put the Lord first, everything else the Lord's going to take care of us, man. Okay, that's why the Lord compared us, our nation, okay, specifically his sons, as his woman, because the Lord, if you Israelite men out there, the Lord he put it so in a way us Israelite men, his sons, can understand, because the Lord knows how he created Israelite men, and we love women. That's probably Jake's favorite hobby or topic. Jake always was talking about women, etc., etc. Jake loved women. So the Lord gave that analogy so we can understand it based on his relationship and how he deals with us, So basically, as being the Lord's woman, you got to put the Lord first and let the Lord take care of everything else. Like, for example, having a roof over your head, even if we're going to be pilgrims on the earth and Jacob's trouble, even if we want to move and don't have a roof over our head, the Lord feeding us, clothing us, etc., etc. That's why Yahweh said, take no thought for their life, okay? As long as we serving the Lord, Yahweh Shemiel Shai, truth and sincerity, the Lord is going to take care of everything else. And I just want to he's like, say, for do this quick in transit, he's going into that fact that serving the Lord creates peace of mind. It makes you even though there's a lot of adversities that come with it, like Sirach 2nd chapter tell you, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. But it's also peace, because see, like said for Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge to be in stability of our times, and strength and salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Because we're coming to these times, we're actually confident. We're actually have the boldness to encourage the Lord, how about Shemiel Shai, to increase these plagues on the planet Earth. Why? Because we know, for a sincere men in his truth, we've been serving him in truth and sincerity. We've been doing to the best of our ability, pushing his word, exalting his name, okay, pushing out the correct doctrine, being in order under the Apostle Elders Great Millstone to the best of our ability. So we're confident in these times that the Lord's going to have mercy on us. He's going to protect his men. Like the scriptures tell you, Isaiah 65, it's verse 13, to tell you, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. My servant shall sing with joy of heart, but ye should be ashamed. Roughly paraphrasing. But it's like, why can we do that? Because like I said before, we've been putting the Lord first, man. And you put Yahweh Shemiel Shai first, everything in your life. Like there's a scripture that tell you, I'm in transit right now, but like I said before, there's a scripture that tell you, seek the Lord, Slakia. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy steps. Like, bro, everything you do in life should be directed. And this is starting with me first and foremost. Everything you do in life, you should be praying and seeking the counsel of Yahweh Shemiel Shai, Okay, we should be going to the Lord for wisdom, praying to the Lord to help guide us and put it in our mind the correct situation. Like I said before, I was, something I noticed. You go read the book, read about Moses in the book of Exodus, and he didn't even want to really be that leader of Israel for real. He didn't even want to be in that prominent position, you know. But like I said, in the scripture tell you, in Numbers, he was the most meekest man on the planet Earth, man. But the Lord deals with the meek. The Lord deals with the humble. I'm like, and part of humbling yourself as men in this truth, as Israelite men, is humbling yourself to understand, to the counsel of the Most High, like seeking the Lord in everything. The Lord is grooming us to be leaders, but ultimately, what are we supposed to lead the nation into? We're supposed to lead the nation into the righteous ways of Yahweh Shemiel Shai, which is ultimately what the prophets have always been doing. But nevertheless, like I said before, just counsel day-to-day things. Hey, you should be praying to the Lord for make the Lord your focus. What we get? How about Shemiel Shai? Think about this. Is it in the scriptures? Can I go look in the law and see how I operate in a situation? Can I go look in the scriptures and see an example of our forefathers who were already in this situation, how they dealt with it, and how the Lord wanted them to deal with it, and was praying to the Lord to guide you in your everyday life, in your steps. Okay, different situations. Okay, how to conduct yourself, etc., man. Everything. That's why, again, like I said, I quote that scripture about in all thy ways acknowledge him. I may even go ahead and get that. I just parked. All thy ways acknowledge him. Baba Kashab, bear with me. Yeah, it's Proverbs 3 and 6. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, Proverbs 3 and 4. Slakia. Sorry, I'm going to start verse 5. Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord Yahweh Shemiel Shai with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord Yahweh Shemiel Shai, and depart from evil, man. Okay, like I said before, this is going to be a quick hit, man. I just want to emphasize that point about putting the Lord first, man. What does the Lord think about situations? 'Cause ultimately, like, you really consider it. Obviously, it's the most wise thing to do, to trust in the wisdom of the Creator, man. So what does the Lord do? Like I said before, going to the scriptures, the Lord has plenty of things laid out for us. The Lord even purposely put our forefathers in situations just to show us for the future. Like Romans 15 and 4, whatsoever things are written aforetime, written for our learning, through patience and comfort we might have hope, I believe I quote that, right? But nevertheless, for example, like King David, King David committed what? He committed adultery, and then he had that man, Bathsheba's husband, put to death. Ultimately, set him up to be put to death, and that was a grave sin. King David should have been put to death for that. But what? Yahweh had mercy, and guess what? The remnant is going to get the mercy of David. Like the scriptures tell you, the remnant shall receive the mercy of David. Roughly paraphrasing, the sure mercies of David, man. And like I said, for this real quick, is always meditating the fact, putting the Lord first. For example, you could lose a job, but you still been doing what the Lord told you to do. You still been putting the Lord first, going out, serving the Lord, trying to return his people back to righteousness, which ultimately is all through the spirit of the Yahweh Shemiel Shai. But nevertheless, you've been doing to the best of your ability what the Lord told you to do, being obedient. The Lord's gonna look out for you, man. The Lord, like the scriptures telling the Psalms, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. It's the same. Like I said, that's why I gave the analogy. The Lord gave the analogy. Let me correct myself. Let me go and get it real quick. This is Jeremiah 6 and 2. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. So again, like I said before, now that's a scripture about the Lord preparing us, his nation, as his woman, because it's the same relationship as with a woman. All you need for her to do is to be obedient and to serve you and do what you ask her to do, and you'll take care of everything else. That's how it was really. Ultimately in this society, everything's messed up because Esau, he's got these women working, got these women, feminism, all this other bullshit. But nevertheless, in the ancient world, that's how it was. A woman, she would be under her father. She'd be groomed to be a wife, okay, by her mothers, etc. And then she would be given to a man, like you tell you, a man understanding. And then what? Her job was to take care of that man, to be a man's servant, to be his wife, to be a wife, okay, and a comforting woman, like the scriptures tell you, a pillar of rest, right? And guess what? The man would take care of everything. The man would have his own inheritance, his own land, so he would be having like farm crops, etc. Be able to feed that woman, be able to clothe that woman, give her the materials to make clothing. If she wanted to make it herself, she had skills, as in making garments, etc., but ultimately it comes first with it comes with falling in line. That's the relationship between a man and a woman, okay, which we clearly can see today why the relationship between men and women is messed up. Why? Because the woman refused to submit to the order of the man. She refuses to let the man just lead. But that's also been a problem of Israelite men, us, between Yahweh Shemiel Shai from the beginning, is just not allowing the Lord to lead, following our own heart's lust, doing what we want to do, okay, taking our own counsel, following our own heart's lust, what we want to do, Okay, and then what? We always end up in a pathway of destruction, and the Lord is angry with us, and that's why we find ourselves in the situation we're in today. But like I said before, the Lord wanted us to edify a lesson, Lord willing, that made sense. I just want to put that out, I was meditating on that. With that, I want to say, call William Lai, how about Shem Shai, about Shem Kakadash, Double Bar Sapasa, Elsgay Millstone, Shalom to the whole full elect. Shalom.